What's up, guys? Happy Sunday. I wanted to come show you a four-part triangle series, two from closed, two from open, when your opponent's on his knees. All right, so the first one we're gonna do, we're gonna start in closed guard here. See, we have Christy in closed guard. I'm just gonna control both wrists. All right, I'm opening the guard here. I'm gonna push and pull. Okay, so I open my guard, I push one arm and pull the other arm. At the same time, I want to shoot and grab. We always want to grab that head, right? From here, you're going to need to change your angle if you want the triangle. There's going to be submissions on this arm. There's quite a few on this arm here, but just talking about the triangle choke, we're going to need to change the angle because we started straight on. You know, you'll see him like straight on with Christy here. So I open the guard, I push one arm, I pull, I shoot and grab. You always, if you can, want to have to try to move the least amount of possible. See, so my legs, for like newer guys, want to make sure that you practice getting the proper foot underneath when you set up this diamond guard. Okay, so a lot of people call this diamond guard here. And so you'll see that my right leg is under my left, and what this is going to do is it just help me just make less adjustments. From here, though, I am going to have to adjust because I'm straight on. So I'm going to pull my knees to my chest, grab my leg here. Okay, my second foot comes in the hip. I rotate. As I rotate, I'm trying to bite the neck here. You'll see I almost raise my leg slightly to try to get the side of her neck behind my knee here. So I open and grab. I continue to rotate. My foot comes under. I'm going to bite down into the side. While I'm squeezing my knees together, we can put both hands on the back of the head here, lift up on the hips and pull down here and tap, okay? It's like a different angle here. So I'm opening the leg. I push, pull, and I grab. We want to be fast. Shoot the leg up, okay? I'll pull the arm across. I pull my knees to my chest. I grab the leg, foot in the hip. I rotate, okay? I'm rotating away from the side. I'm locking the leg on. And as I'm rotating, I'm opening my leg here a little bit just to try to get that neck into the side, you know, behind my knee here. Rotate, lock, I'm biting down to the side. I'm going kind of light now because the choke's already in. So you want to be down and to the side. You'll see you get the tap there. If you're still not getting it, it's probably because the head or the neck is not in the back of the knee. From here, we're going to pull the head, lift up on the hips, and tap. Okay, one more time. And tap. Okay, guys, second triangle choke is going to be our opponent's trying to open our legs. So we start with the first, starting that closed guard first here. Okay. And let's say Christy's posturing up, right? You can't, you know, maybe it's hard. You're afraid if you shoot the triangle up, the head's too high, you're not going to have it. You know, for guys that are comfortable in open guard, this is okay. Like a lot of white belts, they get nervous, the legs open up because they're not used to playing open guard. So a lot of times what you're going to see is they're going to start posturing up and they're going to start opening the guard here. And they're going to bend down and put the knees into, or the elbows into the knees. When this happens, I like to grab the lapel and the sleeve on the same side. I drop my feet to the floor and I hip escape. My right leg or right foot is going into Christy's hip here. I'm gonna bring my knee up, my left knee up. I turn it in across the elbow joint and I straighten my leg to push her arm back. I pull Christy in. Now the other grip that people like, and I definitely use this variation in no-gi, is I'll switch to the back of the tricep here. So you can try both variations, pulling in or pulling the arm in here. I do like this tricep a lot. So sometimes I'll turn to this and I pull. You'll see I got that cross grip. I rotate and shoot into the triangle here. A lot of time as you rotate from this side, you won't have to do a lot of adjusting. If you have short legs, you're gonna have to definitely adjust. So you'll have to pull the knees in, same thing as before. Grab the ankle, foot in the hip, rotate. We're gonna bite that, you know, bite down. I'm kind of opening a little bit, bite down on that neck, pull that foot in and tap. I didn't even set up fully, but I got short legs, so sometimes the triangles are tight. There, okay, one more time. From this angle, I got closed guard. Christy starts breaking the guard open here. I grab the lapel, okay? I drop my feet and I hip. All right, I keep that right foot in the hip. This is so that you don't get your leg pinned down here with that leg. You start getting that, and then, you know, we have to do different things. So we want to make sure we bring that foot up here. Makes it harder for her to block. My other leg is going to come up. I'm going to turn in, break the grip, pull in triangle, okay? Let me show from a different side here. Okay, So I have the closed guard, starts to open the guard. I put my foot in the hip. This foot's to the floor. We're gonna hip escape away from the same side sleeve and lapel grip. My foot comes up and across the bicep, straighten the leg, pull in either with the lapel or on the tricep. You want to use the lapel, this is fine too. I still think that it's has a lot of power. Some people like that tricep better, so you can play with both. A no-gi variation of this, you know, I would probably hold the back of the head here as they're starting to posture up. They put the elbows in to break. I got the wrist in the back of the head. I would do the same thing. Change, try to pull in here, or once I'm here, pulling off that tricep and grab. So just from a no-gi variation, you're gonna see that tricep as well. All right, one more time. Close guard, same side sleeve and lapel. She breaks the legs open. I hip, foot in the hip. My leg comes up across the chest. Pull in, change. Or pull to the back of the tricep, change. From here, if you need to adjust, knees in, shin, adjust, lift, and finish. Okay? Okay, guys, the third triangle, we're going to open the legs intentionally, and we're going to go into open guard. Same thing. All three of these I've shown so far, our opponent's been on the knees. So this is just, you're starting kind of in a closed guard, basic jiu-jitsu, opponent's on the knees, and we start responding. The first two were from a kind of a closed guard. I know we opened the legs up, but it was because our opponent opened our legs kind of for us. This one, we're going to intentionally open the legs up. So we'll be like here in closed guard. Okay. And I'm going to kind of pull the sleeves up as they start to posture. I'm going to pull the sleeves up to try to get them all balanced a little bit, break their posture. I'm going to slide my knees in, and I open the knees up here. Okay, so we're coming in this open guard, both feet on the hips. I'm opening the shin into the elbow joint, keeping control. We have a lot of control here. And we're going to need a big hip. Okay, so I'm going to hip to either side on this for this triangle setup. We can go either side. From here, I'm going to hip to my left. It's exaggerated, big hip here. Okay, I'm coming on my side. My foot comes into spider guard here. Okay, so I have a lot of spider. I'm going to switch to the lapel or to the tricep. Once again, it's a preference. I think the lapel, you can kind of set up a little faster. For me, sometimes I feel like I get a little bit more pull with this tricep, so that's probably the give or take here, right? But either way, we're going to pull, and we're going to rotate the other way. So I'm going to pull in, and I'm going to start turning away from the side I'm locking on here. We're going to come into that diamond again. Make sure the arms are crossed. Knees to the chest. Grab the ankle. Rotate, bite down, and finish here. I'm trying to go light so so it's not fully locked now. If you're not finishing, remember, same thing, back of the head, lift up on the hips. All right? One more time. I'm in closed guard. Maybe they're trying to open up the legs. I pull the sleeves forward. My knees come up, feet in the hips. I'm opening the knees wide to keep that control. I want a big hip escape here, so I push. My foot comes into the elbow joint. I'm, straightening the leg here. Now I let go. We're going to keep control of that foot. If Christy's moving that arm here, I'm going to block and control, as long as I can, right? So you can still, even without that grip, you still have a lot of control here. And we're not going to sit here. We're going to go. We're going to get the lapel or the back of the tricep, right? Grip, pull, rotate, and come into the triangle. Remember, we're biting down. I like to come to the side. All right, so not just straight down, but I come at an angle here. I'm squeezing my knees. All the stuff working together to make a super tight triangle. Okay, from this angle here, right? You don't have to necessarily be, in closed guard. Maybe you're here. You both, she's down on the knees. We're here. We pull the sleeves. Just drop into an open guard. Hip escape. Come into spider. Lapel or tricep, pull, jump in. You're having trouble locking it. I'll come back to diamond, start reestablishing control, and then we're going to either attack the arm, which I'm going to show here in a little bit, or we just adjust for that triangle. Knees to the chest, grab the ankle, rotate. All right, guys, the fourth and final triangle is also going to be from open guard. All right, so we're going to start in that same position I did with that last triangle setup. All right, we're going to start in the closed, or you can just come right into open here. All right, so if you want to just make it easy, start your open guard. Okay, so we're gonna start an open, and then we're gonna transition into a lasso guard. So I'm gonna hip escape either direction. Okay, hip here. You'll see that my shoulder is on the ground and my leg is at the top. So your top leg is always gonna be the leg that lassos for this. So I come off the hip and I come up and around, wrap around, I straighten my leg. I like the back of my foot hooking to her rib cage here, right? Her back shoulder blade area, all right? And then what I'm gonna do is if I wanna go right into the triangle, right, I'm gonna bring my foot to the hip here. I drop my foot down, my other foot down underneath, and I come up on my arm. All right, one more time. I have open guard. I hip escape, right? My top leg here is gonna wrap around. All right, if you're coming to the other side, we hit the other side, top leg, we'll wrap around, straighten, and you start pulling on that back. That way, if you decide you want to come back to lasso, you get a lot of control. We can start really pulling our opponent in and start setting up different positions. For a lot of times though, I won't transition. I'm just gonna stay on my side, okay? All right, so one more time. I hip escape, I lasso. I'm not gonna retighten the lasso for this. After I set up control with the foot on the back, I actually we're gonna re-release that and come to the hip. So my left foot is coming into Christy's hip. And the reason I do this is because she's gonna try to drive in, right? If my foot stays to the outside, it's harder, I can't push her back. And sometimes you'll see she'll grab the lapel, she's gonna flatten me down here and start doing like a Z-guard type pass, a pressure pass here, and she can start coming around to side control. Okay, so she'll walk around, she'll drive in, and she'll pass guard, all right? So when I get the lasso here, I'll still straighten it out to get control, but then I re-release to the hip here. So my left foot's in the hip. I'll try to show a different angle. Once I'm here, I put my right leg under my left and I come up on my forearm. Now to make the triangle work, you're gonna need to drive the arm under the leg. What a lot of people, they do this variation, they don't control the sleeve, right? They'll let go of this here and they'll start to invert. Okay, from here, yeah, I have omoplata. But if you win the triangle and you keep going, that left hand's available for her to grab my ankle and we end back up in open guard, right? So we didn't really advance any position. All right, so once again, all right, I hip, I lasso, I release that foot off the rib and I put it back into her hip. This leg comes off underneath, I come up on the forearm. Now to get that triangle set up, you want to make sure you drive the arm under the leg here, okay? So I'm going to take her arm and I'm going to drive under my leg here, right, as I'm inverting. So I push off this right leg here, the one that came underneath. I come on my shoulder. I invert. Yes, I can come omoplata right here. But I'm going to keep rotating. And as I rotate, I let go of the sleeve. I grab her tricep and I rotate. And I lock the triangle up here. Okay, so it's important to get that arm underneath if you want to get the triangle set up so I can't block. One more time. Open guard, I hip, I lasso, foot in the hip, I sit up, I invert, I drive her left arm under my leg, I'm starting to rotate. Right by this position, I release the sleeve, grab cross grip, rotate, grab and lock. Okay, one more time. And finish. Okay guys, so the last part I want to do in this video, you saw a lot of these positions I showed today. They put you in what's called diamond guard. So I'm not going to go back through all the triangles, but I'm going to start with the first probably setup I did for triangle choke because it's one of my favorite in order to start attacking that arm. Okay, so if we have closed guard here, and the first position I did was the push-pull setup right here. So I would open my guard, I'd push and I'd pull, and I come into here. This is what's called diamond guard, right? And a lot of times, you know, you're going against a bigger person. You got women that train, they can't tap the guy starts sitting up. You can't lock the triangle up. We want to go for this arm here, all right? So the first position I look for is I'll lift the arm up and I'll have the palm face my opponent's face. My thumbs will come into the wrist. I bend the wrist down. I have wrist lock here, Okay, so I'm just gonna press down on that wrist and we'll get the tap here. One more time, her palm faces her, the thumbs come into the wrist. I fold the wrist down and I go and press down on the wrist here, driving her palm to her forearm and get the tap. Now you go for the wrist lock and the guy's strong, he's like making a fist. It's like, you know, you can't tap me. All right, so we're gonna change. All right, I'm gonna make sure that my knee, you'll see that my knee stays on that shoulder. I like that knee on the shoulder because you're really controlling the arm here, all right? Especially when we're head on, right? So you'll see when I go for this push-pull, you know, even if my knee is here, it's a little bit under the shoulder, I'm still gonna squeeze in, and this will be ample enough pressure to get the submissions I'm about to show, all right? If you have it a little higher, like a high diamond guard, this is good too. I think it creates a little bit more pressure, but it's not 100% necessary. But we want pressure on the shoulder for the next submission. So she blocks the wrist lock. I go palm to palm. I'm squeezing my knees together and I'm gonna drive. I can use both hands. I'm gonna drive right here, her thumb to the floor. I'm turning her arm sideways and keep pulling down, right? I'm pulling my arm down. You have the Americana here. Now, the importance of having the knee on the shoulder, right? And having good shoulder pressure is for this third submission. So I go for the wrist lock, she blocks. I go for the Americana, she straightens the arm. My knee is now on the shoulder, so this is gonna give me a lot of leverage here. I'm starting to lifting up my hips, keeping her thumb up, and I'm gonna pull her arm across this waist here, and you got the arm lock right here. All right? So one more time, I'm looking for the Americana. She straightens the arm. I'm pinching my knees. I'm lifting and pulling the arm right across this angle here, okay? What happens now is that you're gonna go for the arm lock, right? So we had wrist lock, Americana, arm lock. I go for the arm lock, and she turns her arm. Right? She turns her arm sideways here. So what are we going to look for? We're going to look for the kimura, right? You're going to look to grab the wrist here, come up, grab your own wrist, and start driving in, okay? One more time. I wanted the arm lock. She turns her arm and she breaks the grip. If you're good at this too, what you can do is sometimes you pull down, she starts turning. I'll try to catch that wrist in the hand and start driving back. This way, what it does is it stops her from stepping up, if we can, and grabbing the leg here. Now, she still may be able to do this, but this will give you a better chance, especially if you kind of catch it out here a little bit. You come out, she steps up. We can keep that arm away. So she steps up, I keep the arm away. I also have like a straight arm lock here as well. All right, so that's two combinations right there. You have a kimura. If you feel that she's going to grab the leg, we'll pull the arm straight, and we're going to bite down on that arm, and you have a straight arm lock. Yeah, you have a wrist lock here as well. So they're going to keep going. One more time, wrist lock, Americana, arm bar, kimura. She starts to straighten the arm, straight arm lock, or just drive the wrist in and come wrist lock, okay? Now, we have wrist lock, Americana, arm bar. She goes here for the kimura, but this time she steps up. She grabs the leg, all right? So this is gonna be tough. What I like to do here now is I'll scoop in for gable grip. So my hand scoops in, I go elbow joint to elbow joint, pinky to thumb. Okay, I'm gonna extend my legs back and pull her arm towards me here. So I extend my legs and pull and try to break that grip. Now from here, I'm gonna lean towards the head, flare the elbow, and we have a gable grip kimura. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, 3, we had 4. She grabs the leg. I come in, elbow to elbow. All right, I pull in, extend the legs, and try to start pulling the arm out and turning towards the head here. Now I'm gonna pull in on her elbow, flare my arm out and tap. Okay, guys, I'm gonna add in 2 real fast. Jordan started crying, so we had to pause filming for a second. I'm gonna try to do this real fast, okay? So we had the push-pull triangle to diamond guard, to wrist lock, to Americana, to straight arm lock, to kimura, to straight arm lock, or to a wrist lock combination here. We come here, different things. In the process of the kimura, Christy steps up here on her leg. Let me change the angle a little bit. So she steps up on that leg, and you see she's grabbing her hamstring. Now this is gonna block the kimura. So when I get this reaction, I'll go for the scoop here. I gable grip my pinky to my thumb. I'm pulling the elbow towards me. I extend the leg, this comes out. Now, in the process of this gable grip kimura, she's going to turn her thumb. So you'll see that I'm trying to catch my forearm on this elbow here. I'm pinching my head to my shoulder. And I'm going to start putting pressure here onto her elbow. Now, if you're not getting the tap, another idea is to come and grab the elbow here. My second hand will cup. I'm going to drive into the elbow and turn at the same time. I got the tap there, the straight arm lock. So from this position, this gable grip kimura, as I'm pulling, the arm comes out, I catch. And if I need, you'll see her arm short. So if I just come here, it's going to come by. So what I'll do is you'll see that as her hand starts to turn, I actually pull my knees and I bring my head in. Now I'll find that elbow. I'm pulling in with that gable grip, or I'm switching to the elbow here. I'm rolling and driving in here and get the tap, okay? Now, if I'm here, and Christy, a lot of times she'll turn the thumb up here, right? Now that arm lock is gone, okay? So what I'll do is I'll then bring my foot to the hip, I rotate, and we have back to diamond guard. If we need to reset up the process, you also have a good angle here where I can bring my leg over the head here, and I like to bring the second foot on top, make super tight, pinch the knees, thumb up, pull down, and come back to arm bar, okay? So one more time from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay, 8, 9. So we'll pull past, we'll rotate. You can, the reason I said go back to diamond guard, you come back to the triangle, or come here for the arm bar, okay? One more time, we're in this diamond guard. We have this angle, the head's coming this way. Makes it a little bit easier for this leg to come over the head here. I bite down one, second foot over top, pinch the knee and pull down here. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Might be some of the scenes get a little choppy with little man back there. But I did a 4-part series on triangles, and then, probably like 9 or 10 submissions we're looking for through that diamond guard. So just some stuff for you guys to work on next day or two. I'm gonna keep putting the vids out to give you guys knowledge, man, through all this chaos. I know it's getting crazier. So hopefully you stay at home, you got a partner at home, and you're able to keep the training going, man. If not, these are ways to keep your ideas fresh. All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon. Have a happy Sunday.